My name is Robert Teague. I'm an attorney with the Teague law firm. Today we're going to be talking about paternity. Paternity can be a very confusing and complicated area of the law. In my 31 years of practice in family law, I've seen an increase in the filings of paternity cases. 5-10 years ago, we may have filed 5 to 10 paternity cases per year. We're now filing up to 20 to 30, and maybe some years we may be as high as 50 paternity filings a year. So let's talk about the most common scenarios in which paternity actions are filed. So a man and a woman who are unmarried are dating, maybe living together, maybe not living together. They have sexual intercourse, and a child is born. At that time, the child, per the statute, which we will talk about here in a minute, is determined by law to be a child born out of wedlock. Sometimes the pregnancy is planned, sometimes the pregnancy is unplanned. So the father will come to us in a panic because the parties are separated and the mother is not allowing him to see the child or children. He'll tell us that he's on the birth certificate. He'll tell us that he signed an acknowledgement of paternity at the hospital, and he's still not able to see his child. He'll tell us in many cases that he's gone to the police. The police are not able to help him, and he can't understand why he's not able to see his children, and what right does the mother have in withholding the child or children from him. Then he'll ask us, can this happen? Can she do this? And unfortunately, we tell him, yes, she can. So first of all, let's look at the statute itself. And it's Arkansas Code Annotated 9-10-113. We're going to focus today on provisions A and B. A, when a child is born to an unmarried woman, legal custody of that child shall be in the woman giving birth to the child until the child reaches the age of 18, unless a court of competent jurisdiction enters an order placing the child in the custody of another. Section B, a biological father, provided he has established paternity in a court of competent jurisdiction, may petition the circuit court in the county where the child resides with the mother to establish custody. So let's talk for a minute about what does it mean to establish paternity in a court of competent jurisdiction. Well, first of all, the court of competent jurisdiction will be the county in which the child and the mother reside. Secondly, the father is attempting to establish paternity so that he can gain his rights pursuant to the statute. So let's first talk about the rights that he is initially asking for, and that is to establish him as a biological father. So by statute, he has a right to ask for DNA testing. The mother has a right to ask for DNA testing, or the parties can agree that he is a biological father, and a consent order will be entered that he is adjudicated the father of the child. Secondly, he'll be asking for custody of the child in some circumstances. Maybe the mother is incarcerated, maybe the mother has left the child with a third party, or maybe the mother, for some reason or another, is just unable to care for the child, and he's asking that he be the custodial parent of the child. He may just be asking the court for joint custody. In Arkansas, there is a presumption that joint custody should be ordered unless the mother, in this circumstance, can show that joint custody is not in the best interest of the child. Thirdly, he may be asking only for standard visitation, which is set forth in the court standard visitation schedule. Lastly, an issue that will be addressed in the litigation will be child support, whether child support will be paid by either party and how much. So to recap, fathers, if you have a child or children born out of wedlock, there's plenty of work to be done to establish your rights. Mother, if you've had a child out of wedlock and you wish to establish the father as the biological father of the child or children, there's plenty of work for you to do as well. The Teague Law Firm can help you navigate this confusing and complicated area of the law, and we hope that you will come see us. Thank you.